Hi, my name is Jess, and this is Deercraft. This is my first time showing my face on YouTube and in a video, so I thought it would be a really great idea to talk through some of the videos that I've posted so far and just talk more in depth about them. I try to give you so much information when I upload them, but I think it's nice to do like a review, so I'm gonna call this like a Deercraft review, and yeah. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the first video that I uploaded was about the name banner, an embroidered name banner. I actually have it right here. So, I love this, it's so cute. It's my youngest daughter's name, Caroline, and it's kind of my first introduction to embroidery. I've always liked embroidery, but it was really fun to learn a bunch of new stitches. I'm starting to get into a lot of handcrafts. I realize that they're just really fulfilling for me creatively. And yeah, so this is embroidery. I watched a couple YouTube channels on how to do certain stitches, and then I started coming up with different symbols that represent my daughter. Like, for an example, this is a pumpkin. We call her Pumpkin or Punky. She was born in the month of October, so that's one. And I put a lot of stars because I spent a lot of time with her at night the first couple years of her life because she was a terrible sleeper. So I wanted to have something to remember all those nights we spent together. So yeah, and I just love making decorations for my home, putting things on the wall that represent our family. I just think it adds such a layer of warmth and authenticity to your home. I'm an interior designer, and I'm always trying to make people's homes look like their home. And so I'm always doing that with my home. And so yeah, I just loved this craft. I was originally going to frame it, but I just love how like the girliness of the bows and hanging it and like a drape of it on the wall. It just looks a little more informal and just really soft. So I'm just really happy about this. You can do something similar. I think I said in the video, I saw something similar of someone's name and some cute little symbols. I don't know if those symbols like represented that person, like on a pillow, but that pillow would be destroyed in my home. So again, it's something on the wall and something to look at for a long time. But yeah, I hope you really like it. I really enjoyed making this. It took me a long time to make this. Embroidery is probably not my favorite handcraft just because there's so many stitches to learn, and I felt like I wasn't just like in the creative mindset the whole time. I was constantly thinking on the technical side, and but I just love how it turned out. I think it looks great, and I hope you like it too. Okay, so the other item that I actually don't have with me because I gave it as a gift is that pressed flower, and I framed it. I just really loved making that for my friend. She grows flowers and sells them, and she's done an amazing job with her business. And it's kind of my first foray into pressed flowers. Just some quick tips. Definitely press more than one flower, even if you only want one flower, just because you don't know how it's going to turn out. I watched some videos. I have a membership to Create Academy. If you've never heard of such a thing, maybe I'll like link it or something. I don't know how people do that. I guess I'll just put it somewhere. Create Academy has like a bunch of different classes for creative pursuits, and I've watched a couple of them, especially the interior design ones, because that's just my profession. And I love hearing from other designers, especially when they talk technicalities. Yeah, they have one with jam jar, which is they press flowers. And so I did watch that, and I took some really great tips, but it is definitely a learned skill. I struggle with everything I've tried to press. A lot of it goes moldy, because just the moisture, and I've tried to wait and let it dry out a little bit, but you don't want to lose the color. But I don't know what's because of where I live. I live in Florida. It's very humid, if that adds to it. But it's definitely been a lot of trial and error. So I pressed that flower. It's a Cosmos, which is beautiful. I love that like magenta color. And I knew I was like, okay, I'm going to press this because I bought it from her, and I'm going to give it to her as a gift. She's a really dear friend. And so I pressed it. It was a couple things didn't go right, but that's okay. I should have saved some leaves. you always look back on projects and you're like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. And that's okay. Just like keep going forward. And I was just really happy with the color stayed. And then I loved choosing that background color, that back matting. I chose that like chocolate brown to pop off the magenta. And the frame was perfect. And so yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out. I did give it to her. She was really happy. And I hope it's hanging in her house. I should ask her where it is. But I want to keep pressing flowers. I actually pulled one this weekend. I have a bougainvillea in my backyard, and they have these beautiful little pink flowers that are interesting shaped. So I actually pulled the leaves apart, or the petals, I should say, and I'm pressing them right now. I'm afraid to look because I don't want them to be moldy. And I didn't follow my rule. I should have taken a couple more, but it's always blooming, so I can get some more. So that's the pressed flower. But yeah, I think you guys should try pressing more flowers for all kinds of occasions. Like I just found something pretty in my backyard and wanted to press it to remember something by. I mean, I have like my dried wedding bouquet. I didn't press any of those flowers, but you know, just really sentimental flowers that you get. I think it's a great idea to press them, frame them, then you always have it, always can look at it, remember that occasion. So I hope you try that out. Another video I did was of my daughter's 5th birthday party. So this was over the summer. This is now fall, we're in October. And it's kind of was her first big birthday party. We're not like big, me and my husband are not like big birthday party people. And we like celebrating their birthday, but just not like a ton of parties. But I had a 5th birthday party, my husband did. They were very memorable. And so we wanted our daughter to have that too. And she wanted, yeah, like a ballerina, rainbow, unicorn, princess birthday party, which was lovely. And so we just had a few friends from school over and we just made it a great afternoon. We did a craft, which I showed you with like the popsicle sticks, and everyone made fairy wands. We got everyone like tutus, and we, you know, did ballet. They just played. It was great. And we had a little lunch, and it was just like the perfect, like semi-homemade birthday party experience. Like we decorated cupcakes, but I chose not to bake the cupcakes to like eliminate one less thing from my list of stress. And, you know, I ordered a lot of decorations for, which one is it? Is it Mary Mary? Something? Yeah. And like all the ballerina decorations. But it was just really fun to have that experience, to make it with my daughter. She's very creative as well. And she just wanted to decorate. She wanted to host her friends. She wanted to have a great time, and we could do that together. It was really special. And I think the best idea I had actually in that whole birthday party was to like create like a little keepsake box full of just little mementos from that birthday. Because like I said, I remember my 5th birthday and my husband does. And I was like, oh, wouldn't it have been so sweet if I had like a couple little things to remember that birthday party. So like this is her fairy wand that she made. And you know, it's just one little box. I'm sure I'm not gonna like regret saving it and taking up space. But so yeah, I thought that was a great idea. If you wanted just to save a few pieces from like a really special birthday for your child, I still need to like label the box. And then I saved a lot of these bows when we were decorating our house, me and my daughter. I had just had this ribbon. I didn't buy it specifically. And I was like, oh, I don't use a lot of like wired ribbon. I wonder why I had this. But it's perfect. It's amazing. Like to shape it into these like cute little bows, and like we stuck them everywhere. Yeah, like I said, like a wire bow is like a revelation to me. A wired ribbon is for like creating beautiful shapes and decorating with. It was so easy and beautiful. And yeah, it was just a great party. And yeah, I plan to keep these things for quite a while, or give them to her at one point. So yeah. Because she, like I said, I think in the video, like I don't plan to have like a big birthday party for her every year. It's just not something we're into. Yeah, I'm trying to think what was next. Oh yeah, I uploaded, is it a video or a short? I can't remember, but of framing a postcard. So I bought this postcard on our honeymoon, which was almost 7 years ago, in the Cotswolds in England. And I just loved it. One, because I love the village. I bought it in the village of what it's painted. I think this is Lower Slaughter in the Cotswolds, and it was one of our favorite villages that we visited. I love a little memento keepsake from travels. And so, yeah, I bought this postcard and I knew pretty much right away that I was going to frame it just because it was so beautiful. It's a watercolor painting. And I think it's just such an easy, inexpensive way to create art in your home that means something, that matters, that you can always look at to remember. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. I can't remember where I got the frame, but it's, I assume probably just somewhere. And yeah, I think it's a great idea, and I plan to do it on other travels as well, as to get postcards and frame them. So I hope you like that video. Yeah. Oh, talking more birthday stuff, because then my daughter's birthday is just happened. That's why you see a happy birthday banner that's repurposed from my daughter's birthday party, and then appears her face banner, which is you put a new face on it every year. I saw the original one by, I think her name is Celeste Clark, and I love her like creativity, and I think she does beautiful work. And I think she has a face banner, and I was like, oh, I have to do that for my kids. One, I think it's so funny. Like, having kids is fun, and you should have fun. And so I just think it's so silly. All the kids laugh at it every time I put it up or add a new one. My stepson is much older now, so his face banner is really, really big. And some of the pictures I've chosen to put on it are like very silly faces. So it's really funny, and the kids love it. And it's just a nice little tradition to add. We put it up on the wall, usually stays up for like a week or so. And yeah, I think it's really cute. So my daughter just turned 2. So there's 3 faces, one from when she's born, 1, and then 2. And then we add little party hats and stuff to it. It's super cute, and I just love it. It's really sweet. And then I also made this a couple years ago. It's we call it the birthday plate. It stays in our cabinet until it's someone's birthday, and then when it's your birthday, you get to eat off of it. So I found this plate at a thrift shop. It was just white, and I just wanted like a nice one, and I did like the subtle scallop detail on it. And then I bought a porcelain marker. I think it's like called, I don't remember what it's called, but just Google it, like a marker for writing on porcelain plates, and then you bake it. And it is starting to fade and wear, even though we hand wash it. So it is starting to come off. And I think I would do a design differently if I was to redo it, but I still think it's fun. And it's something our kids look forward to when it's their birthdays. And so it says happy birthday, and it says may the Lord bless you every year. And then it says our name. And yeah, I think it's just really sweet. And the dog does eat off of it when it's his birthday too. So yeah. So that's the birthday plate. A lot of birthday stuff. Trying to think what's next. Oh yeah, I did post a short about the big project I'm starting, and I'm a little overwhelmed with it because I actually have like so many ideas. You know, when you have so many creative ideas, you don't know where to start. And that's what I'm experiencing with this. So this is a really cool, like folio, like accordion notebook with this like cute little suede leather tie. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect for making like a scrapbook travel journal of our family's travels this summer. We went on a big road trip, and I knew on the road trip that I wanted to do this. So what I did throughout the road trip, and I'll explain more once I post like probably the whole video, but anyway, I just saved like a lot of mementos and little things and trinkets and flowers and stuff from our travels. I kept them in a box. And then every day I wrote down like just a few sentences of what we did that day, highlights, that kind of thing. And so my plan is to put that all in here. So like I said, I have so many ideas. I love paper crafts. I love creating something with painting, with photos, with art, like just it all coming together in paper form. And so I have so many ideas that I want to try. Like I want to try a bunch of different techniques that I've really wanted to try in this. And so, but I am having like creativity overload of like, where do I start? What page do I do this technique? And so far I've only done one. So you got to start. We took film. I bought a film camera for this trip specifically, and then have started using it pretty regularly because I love the look of film. And so also it's just so fun to like get your film back in the mail and see it, because you have no idea what you took or what the kids took or how it turned out with the light. Anyway, so this is a photo of our family in front of, this is the house my mom grew up in. This is the house my grandmother grew up in, and now is owned by my aunt. And it's been in our family for 100+ years, and we got to stay there and just enjoy the magic of it. So it's us in front of the house, and I used some paper that I had to create like a frame of it, put our picture on it, created this little like pop out banner that says our name and July 2025. And so again, just page 1. And sometimes I just have to start like 1 page at a time. And hopefully I'll keep working on the next couple pages and add in what we did, where were we, those little trinkets I did, different paper craft ideas. So I'm really excited about this. And then just to keep it and for the kids to look at, you know, whenever they want to, we'll sit on our bookshelf and just remember this vacation, because it was a great vacation and we had such a great time. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. So this is like a work in progress kind of project. Another little short I did was about like collections, because I like collecting things, and I think it's, again, it makes your house really special for people to see your collections. It kind of tells someone about who you are based upon what you collect, what, you know, it kind of like feeds your heart, and then people can see that. So I love collections. And so what I shared is one of the things that I collect is pottery, specifically from a potter that I really, really like. It's called Holmes County Pottery. It's actually where my parents are from. And he's an amazing potter, and I actually got to meet him this summer and visit his shop, and it was just a great experience. But I was first gifted my first piece by my aunt for our wedding. She gave us that vase, which I think you see in the first shot, that sits in a bookshelf that I use all the time for flowers. And I was like, wow, I love this. This is an amazing gift. And it's really cool to get really cool gifts that aren't on your wedding registry and that like just speak to you, and you're like, and you weren't expecting it. And so it's a beautiful vase, or even maybe it's an urn, because it has a lid. Anyway, it's a beautiful piece. I've always since then admired his work, and I've slowly gotten pieces. I bought these 6 beautiful plates. Actually, my aunt bought them. And then it took a process to like get them down to me, because Holmes County is in Ohio. I'm in Florida. And when we were renovating our kitchen and dining room, I just thought they would just be a beautiful addition to our wall. And they're just lovely. So those are 6 Holmes County pottery plates. When we were at the shop, we got an ornament this summer, because one of our family traditions is getting ornaments when we travel, because it helps you remember your travels when you're hanging ornaments, and it's just a great little something typically to pack if you're don't have a lot of space. So I got an ornament by him. I got a couple other pieces, but also it's like really nice when people want to gift you something and they don't know what, and you're like, I really like Holmes County pottery. So, and it's just something I know I can collect for a really long time. He has so many like useful pieces, you know, dinnerware, that kind of thing, serviceware. But then he has a lot of decorative things. So something to collect. And I hope you guys collect something. And if you don't know what to collect, think about something you like. And I mean, I see people collect lots of things. So it doesn't have to be decorative even. It could just be a collection of, actually my husband's grandmother collected salt and pepper shakers, and I think that's adorable. And so yeah, just like collect anything. I think it just adds some richness to your life. So that's for the collection little short video. And then the last thing I want to talk about is probably the one I'm most excited about, is a new project that I'm starting. Which you'll see more of. So you saw this where it's like cross stitch. I think I posted a video, a short of me just stitching a little bit of this. And I'll probably explain more once I make like the full video of how this comes out, but just like a little preview. My mother-in-law sends my 5-year-old a card every week in the mail. My daughter loves to get mail, and my mother-in-law, her grandmother, decides to send her a card every week. And it's sometimes just a postcard. It's a little note just saying what she's doing, what are you doing, something about the season, something that's on the card, just like, it's adorable. It's so cute. And so I saved them, and I wanted to think of a way, I just put them in a box right now. And I was trying to think of a way to keep them in something special. And I've wanted to try cross stitch. So I was talking about how I love to do handcrafts. And I remember doing like some cross stitch things as a child, like little kits I would buy. And I have like a core memory of like laying on my grandparents' living room floor doing a little cross stitch of like a ladybug that I got up in Ohio when we were on vacation. And so I was like, well, I've done embroidery. I know a couple other handcrafts, but I haven't really done cross stitch in quite a while. And so I started watching some videos, looking into things. I've had some like trial and error, which I'll probably go into when I do this whole video. But anyway, I love it. I love cross stitch. It has really hit my heart in a certain way. I didn't think I would. I find myself wanting to stitch every day, wanting to learn more about it, wanting to learn more about the designs, the fabric. Anyway, I'm in it. I am in it. I don't know if this is going to become a Flosstube, which I just learned all about that, but I am in it. Like it's, I really, really like doing it. So my idea was to save these cards. Do you know like those linen covered books? So like an older book is usually covered in like a really thin linen, like a fabric, and it's usually embossed with the title, but sometimes you will actually see those titles embroidered or stitched. And so I was like, oh, it would be beautiful to make like almost like a book of all these cards, but I want to be able to add to them. So I thought of making like a cover, like a book cover and a book back, and then it'd be put together with ribbon. So then you could untie the ribbon, add a card, like it would be 3-hole punched or something, however many holes is going to go into this. And then you untie the ribbon, take the cover off, add the card, put it back together, but just like a really beautiful way of keeping those cards. And so I was like, oh, it'd be so beautiful if the cover was embroidered or had a cross stitch. So I started with the cross stitch. So it says, to Margot from Grandma. And I made this on like a free cross stitch pattern website. So you can like count it out and you can see how the design looks before you start counting. And again, I'm so new at this, so learning. It's way bigger than I expected. Most of her cards are like this size, but that's okay. But it makes, saves room for if she ever gets like a really big card. So anyway, I'm going to take this, wrap it around book board, which is like a really hard cardboard that books are used to be bound with, and wrap it around. So like you have like, this is the front cover. And then I'm going to have some holes up here. And I just ordered some really beautiful, like naturally dyed silk ribbon from Etsy. So I'll have like the ribbon ties here. I'm making a little back cover. It's just going to be like a heart with like my initials or something. And then I purchased some, I love old books have like that marbled paper on the front cover, to bind the book. And so I bought some beautiful marbled paper from Etsy. So I'm waiting for that to come in. So I'm just waiting for some things to come in that I've ordered, and then I'm going to assemble it. And it's gonna be a beautiful way to keep all the beautiful cards she gets. I'm sorry, I say beautiful a lot. I like beautiful things. And yeah, I'm really excited about it, but it was so fun to stitch. Like I said, I'm into it. I just ordered my first like full kit of linen, thread, a pattern, and I've never stitched on linen. This is cotton, and I'm just really excited about it. I really, really, really like it. And I've been watching other people's floss tubes, and I'm in it, and I'm really excited about it. And I think I plan to make a lot of really functional cross stitch pieces. So the one I just ordered that I hopefully will start this week is a sampler roll. So like you're stitching like a long piece of linen with a beautiful fabric, and then you finish it, and it's like you could then roll it up, and inside has like pockets for your scissors and your thread. So I'm like, oh, I love beautiful things that are functional. So if I want to keep cross stitching, I want to have like a beautiful way to keep my cross stitch materials. And so I'm like, might as well start with that. And hopefully it won't be too difficult, but yeah, I'm really excited. So this is like another work in progress. So like the scrapbook And this is kind of what I've been working on. I'm always framing things. I think I'll probably post a video later this week of some things that I've been meaning to frame, and I finally have a frame for it. But yeah, that's a rant. That's a review for Deercraft. And I really hope you're enjoying watching. I hope this, really honestly, the reason I'm doing this is just to give you ideas. If you are a creative person, doesn't matter if you're married or single, or you have kids, you don't have kids, like if you're a creative person and like creating things for others as a way to like, or for yourself as a way to like, to keep them, to have that memory. I'm just a very sentimental person, and I love being surrounded by things that mean something to me. And so yeah, I hope these give you some ideas that you can use. And that's really the purpose, is just, this is an idea for you. This is what I've done for my family, for me, for friends, and maybe it's something that you want to do for yourself. And so I hope you like it. So end of review. Thanks for watching. Sorry, it's a little long. And I hope you watch some more. Thanks so much. Oh, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. That's what people say. Okay, thanks. Bye.